Audio test on today's Lumberjacks broadcast. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game 4 of pool play here in Fort Myers, Florida, here at Terry Park. Game 4 today, East Coast Lumberjacks versus IS Elite American. and it's a big one with lots of pool play implications. Lumberjacks 3-0 so far in pool play with wins against Get Dirty, Florida Burn, PBA Houston, with their opponent Elite today with one loss on the tournament. So should the Lumberjacks finish 4-1 and Elite finish 4-1, this would be the tie-breaking matchup. So potential playoff implications on the line today as the Lumberjacks take the field quickly in a first and third situation and able to get out of it with that ground ball to Schiffler, who fires across the diamonds to record the third out of the inning. So we'll bring you today's starting lineups. Lumberjacks running into a quick, excuse me, let me just work off this audio real quick. A quick defensive situation there with runners on the corners and 2 outs, but able to get out of it unscathed. And we go into the bottom of the first, no score, facing right-hander from Elite. So for those joining us here, bottom of the first inning, East Coast Lumberjacks getting their first look at the plate against the Elite right-hander. First 3 in the order today, again going lefty, lefty, lefty. We have Jacob Schmutz, who continues his excellent start to the season, hovering just around 500 on the summer. Followed by the shortstop, Benny Franquise, who's been a staple in that 2-hole all summer. And Cole Hubert gets the nod in the 3-hole. So Schmutz steps up to the plate. Jacks with the righty-lefty advantage throughout the top of the order here. Facing the right-hander exclusively out the stretch. And he fires up and away, ball 1. And Schmutz takes the fastball down the middle, evening the count at 1. So looking to work his leadoff at bat here. Takes a hittable pitch. Let the guys see some pitches behind him, and that one missing up 2-1. So iRadar says 82, 83. Pretty standard stock velocity that the Lumberjacks are facing. And the fastball looks good, but no call from the umpire. So Schmutz in a hitter's count at 3-1. Tough to see from the high angle exactly, as we have an extremely hot day here in Fort Myers. So camera equipment will be limited to the shade, and Schmutz hits a ground ball to short to lead off the inning. Opportunity for a quick burst out for Elite, but the ball thrown away, taking first baseman off the bag, goes to tag the speedy Jacob Schmutz and is unable to convert first out of the inning. So Lumberjacks get their leadoff man aboard for Benny Franquise. And Benny, again, the defensive staple of this middle infield for the Lumberjacks, has been certainly creeping offensively as well. He came into this series with a lower average than we've generally seen out of Franquise, and he's creeped that up by about 50 points over the course of his past 4 games. So definitely swinging a hotter bat and now in a position to do some damage now, as Schmutz looks to get a steal there. Ball thrown away, gets to the backstop. So unsure how the Jacks will decide to score that, but regardless, man in scoring position here with nobody away. And the contact-heavy Benny Franquise at the plate looking to put the Jacks up. So already a quick mound visit for Elite. Looking to settle down the defense. And the higher levels you get with in baseball, the more those seemingly minor defensive mistakes can start to cumulatively creep up on you, as a errant throw, just off the bag to the naked eye, not too bad, allows Schmutz to get in safely. And then a ball off the mitt puts a runner in scoring position. Franquise looks to call time, not granted, but doesn't hurt him, as the right-hander has faded to the outside corner against these lefties to start off the game. So he'll have to look to make that adjustment to go inside, because the Lumberjacks have a lefty-heavy order, especially at the top. And that fastball catches the outside corner, 3-1. So starts to creep it back there. But Franquise taking all the way. Now in a hitter's count with the runner in scoring position and Hubert on deck. And he rips the ball to short, but right out of man. Line out for Franquise, who gets an excellent piece. And that's when he's at his best. Low line drives, left center. But it's an odds game, and that one doesn't roll in his favor. So line out for Franquise, holds Schmutz at second. 1 on, 1 away. And a hidden ball trick. Holy smokes. And Schmutz tagged out. Wow. I've never seen it work successfully. I guess if you watch baseball every day, you'll see something you've never seen before. don't know the exact rules with that play in regards to, I don't believe the pitcher's allowed to be on the rubber, but I didn't see where his foot was, and no argument from the Jacks. Taking advantage of the intricacies of the game as Team Elite. I'm honestly speechless. That was an unbelievable play. So 2 away. Cole Hubert at the plate now. Momentum was shifting quickly in the Jacks' favor. Struggling to get ahead and throw strikes was the right-hander, and had a runner in scoring position, 1 out, only coming loudly off the bat of Frank Keys. So the momentum was going in the Jacks' favor, and quickly they plugged the hole with some creative defensive plays. You hear some of the Jacks parents in attendance not a huge fan of the play, but it's baseball. Caught lacking. So Cole Hubert at the plate, 2 away. Fouls that one off. They look for a high fastball here, but actually misses low and doesn't matter. Freezes Hubert. Expecting off speed or a ball out the zone, perhaps. It's pretty rare for Cole to go down looking on a pitch like that. But the tides turned quickly as the Lumberjacks caught lacking at second on an unbelievable hidden ball trick, and will return to the field. Tyler Azeri returns to the mound for his second inning of work. No score after 1. I've never seen that work.
I missed it because I was like...
It's a hidden ball trick. So, like, they did a little meeting on the mound or whatever, and then he gives the shortstop the ball. No one sees it. And then he pretends like he's getting ready to get set. So he goes to take his lead, and boom, tagged out. There's a rule, though, like, the pitcher can't, like, be on the rubber. If you're on the rubber, you have to have the ball. Otherwise, you're, like, interfering or whatever the term would be.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really watching that closely, like, in between pitches, and I don't think Dan or Mike or Ryan or anyone was. So I didn't see where his foot was exactly, but...
Wow. To even attempt that.
Well, because the thing about attempting it is, like, I've seen teams attempt it, and you kind of look like fools when it doesn't work. You just look like a-holes for those live on broadcast. But when it works, it's pretty genius. So, no, I mean, tip your cap. That was pretty sick. So taking you around the field today, Tyler Azeri gets to start on the mound. He worked through a scoreless first, and he'll be throwing to Joe Fallon, the number 2 catcher this week, with Lucas Seeger still overseas. Fallon, the call-up from the 26th class, making a trip down to Fort Myers. Known for his outstanding defensive efforts, as Azeri gets a pop-up to the right side, kind of in no man's land, but Alex Sharingle will handle it for the first out. So continuing around the infield, we have Cole Hubert, Game 1 starter, left-hander, getting the start at first base. Alex Sharingle over at second, who hit a triple yesterday, and his power continues to showcase, especially down in these metal bat tournaments. Benny Franchies, unsurprisingly, gets the nod at shortstop, with Evan Schickler anchoring things down at third as that breaking ball swung on a mist. For first pitch strike, Nicholas Mirabile out and left. Amon Airy in center. And pop up Schickler ranging and out of play. And Harris Rosner in right. Morris continuing to swing a hot bat and has been the defensive staple of this outfield. Mrs. Huber, Bush League. No. I think you can call it Bush League when it doesn't work. It's one of those things. Got to use it to motivate the boys, though, you know? Use those difficult plays, for lack of a better word. Perhaps Bush League plays. To motivate you that much more. It does showcase, you know, if you're already having mound visits and going to the hidden ball trick in the first inning, like what sort of momentum you expect out of your own team. So there is an element of, perhaps the word might be like infield pop up. Oh, and Schickler drops the ball, charging at 85%, perhaps. Doesn't get under it to Cam. An easy out there for the Jacks turns into a man on second. But it could showcase your confidence in your own team if you're going to that play in the first inning. So in that sense, I agree. But Jacks doing themselves no favors there with an infield pop-up dropped. And Schickler will look to settle down over at the hot corner. He was by far the gold glove of this team, even with Frank Keys in the infield to start this season. Has had his struggles over there as of late, the last week or so. Sometimes those things are momentum as well defensively. But we all have seen him showcase the glove at arguably the most difficult infield position. So take a deep breath. No runs crossed on the play, so boys will look to settle back in here and get another easy one. And a pickoff attempt, and he was way off, but an errant throw and no immediate backup puts a runner at third. So the Lumberjacks defensively sloppy here in the second inning. Defensively sloppy, but these things only matter so much as they result in runs crossed. But Azeri finds himself behind on this batter, 3-1. And nothing hit hard off of Tyler thus far. But free bases and errors are resulting in some stressful situations for the right-hander early in this game. And Lumberjacks lead the tournament in runs scored through 3 games. And defensively have been excellent through 3. It's a bit uncharacteristic to come out today and have struggles. I mean, we have seen yesterday multiple balls difficult to track on both sides in the outfield. Certainly a ton of Florida sun. It's not easy. Striking ball across the middle for strike one for Tyler, who has gone to that pitch for a first pitch strike a few times already, his first time through the order. That pitch on the outside corner quickly ahead, 0-2. And he'll be looking to roll something up to the combination of Frankie's and sharing goal. Runner goes from first. This ball lifted well to left field. Runner tags and Morave under it, but he will not have a shot home. So first run scored of the day for Elite on the sacrifice fly to left. 2 away for the Lumberjacks with a man on. So 2 out, 1 away, or 1 on. Tyler out the stretch, coming set to the right-hander, delivers, flashes, bunt. Schickler again playing deep at third, had 2 bunts at him to lead off the game. Just a few days ago. So some teams looking to take advantage of his deeper defensive positioning. Has a strong arm, so tends to play back just a bit. And he'll move up a little closer even to the bag, 1-1. And batter sees a soft breaking ball, turns his shoulder, and a little controversy as he kicks the ball. As if to imply that the 65-mile-an-hour breaking ball intentionally hit him. And the funny thing is, at the next level at school, that'll actually be called a strike. He'll be called back into the box. And I credit to him for taking the pitch and not jumping out, but you have to try and avoid it. This is Hubert. I'm starting to agree. It's a little bit Bush. Certainly never seen a kid kick the ball away in disrespect. So Lumberjacks really need to figure out a way to take some of this energy and channel it into a few big outs and some runs. But Tyler finding himself behind 2-0. As the softball chants begin from the opposing dugout. Takes 3-0, so good discipline here by Elite. And a great jump off second. There'll be no throw, regardless, ball 4. Should that have been a strike, though, it would have been totally free. Lumberjacks just really flat-footed to start this game. Out defensively. But so far, it's only resulted in 1 run against them. But Elite brings to the plate a big left-hander. Strong open stance. Can imagine he'll be looking to do some bases clearing style damage. So opportunity, though, for Tyler to get a big swing on a non-opportunistic pitch and get a weak fly out. But has to get ahead. And that ball catching the knees 1-1. And same spot, 1-2. Tyler looking at the knees here, and he's now in command. Could be putting Joe Fallon to the test here. Tyler will need to bury his next pitch, but also Fallon needs to work hard to keep that runner held at third. And goes outside. Frank Keys. Oh. And just almost hard to comment on what just happened. Frank Keys misjudged that ball off the bat. And routine ground ball turns into a difficult play as he cut towards home plate instead of towards the angle to the ball. Looks to make the adjustment, sort of dives on it late. Keeps the ball in the infield, but makes a bit of a panic throw over to third, trying to record the final out. But from only 20 feet away, just extremely difficult to handle that. From Schickler's perspective, gets to the backstop. That ball gets away. Is picked up and errantly thrown home. Past Fallon at home plate. And a routine inning ender turns into bases clearing man on third. And so man on third. 2 outs now. None of these runs earned, by the way. Starting with the infield pop drop, and things have just not improved from there for this Lumberjacks defense, who I think the difficult part about this inning is visibly flat-footed. So they'll need to dig deep, get their last, and get up to the plate here. And that's a base hit. Hard hit ball past the diving Frank Keys will score fifth, so the lead up 5-0 early here in the second inning. And another easy stolen base for a lead, literally in standing. So the Jacks have been playing their absolute best baseball of the year through this morning. Defense have been excellent. Offense just pouring on runs, and pitching throwing strikes. Had a little bit of early momentum in the bottom of the first, and another stolen base attempt. Fallon will look to put this guy away, and he's in there safely. Again, the middle infield just really not working to keep him close. Azari slow to the plate, and first to third in 3 pitches. The positive side of all this, they can get their last, is they're not facing anything that they haven't seen before in terms of dominance and velocity. And he was was struggling to get ahead to Lumberjacks hitters. They had offensive momentum. So there's going to be runs scored on both sides of the field here today, most likely. But all 5 thus far given up were free. Strike there from Tyler. Fouls that one away. So Tyler with 2 strikes on his man. Looking to get his ender. And that's an off speed, 6 inches off the outer half. Runners on the corners now, 2-way. And Cole Hubert, game 1 starter, ace of this staff, showing his leadership potential. Or not potential, he's purely a leader. But showing his leadership capabilities, taking a moment, having a word with today's starter. And Elite likes to run, so I wouldn't be surprised if the tall left-hander we just saw, if he has any semblance of speed, if he won't take off, even with 2 outs. Fairly sizable lead at first, but he's a step in the dive back, tall kid. And Tyler hits this man, so dead ball, that'll send the runner back to third. But loads the bases. First pitch swinging off speed. Hubert under it, retires the side. So Lumberjacks quickly find themselves down 5-0 on 5 unearned runs in the top of the second. Team Elite showcasing speed, running all over the base paths, putting pressure on the Jacks defense, but ultimately digging their own grave there in the top of the second, but able to get an ender. And it's still early here. So the Jacks come up bottom of the second. In a hole, we'll need base runners, but have the men to do it. The offense has been exploding as of late. And now the unfortunate problem, though, with these perfect game events is having the time limit. So you won't necessarily have full 7 innings to get the job done. So going to need to get going quickly. And they'll send their man Alex Sharingle up to the plate to get things started here in the bottom of the second inning. Sharingle's had an unbelievable run at the plate as of late. Added a triple to his resume yesterday. Multiple home runs on the season as well. And still a developing player. You put a metal bat in his hand, it levels him up that much more. So takes that ball down 1-0. And a good swing there by Sharingle. That ball driven to the deep center, but we're playing at Terry Park, historic ball field here in Fort Myers, with professional dimensions and winds coming in. That one will hang up plenty long enough for the center fielder to camp under it. 1 away. And that'll bring up Harris Rosner. Takes away even count at 1. And a well-timed swing by Harris, but just under it. This one will be an easy fly ball to right. And Nicholas Mirable, who broke out yesterday with a triple to the wall, pull side, looks to get things started for the Jacks, who with 2 outs will be looking to at least cut into this early deficit. Takes ball 1 down. And pitcher looks to make an adjustment, comes back up with the fastball, and misses high 2-0. So ever since that hidden ball trick, Lumberjacks have been a little bit flustered. Mirable swinging through that fastball 2-1. And again, we'll look to see if they can shift that energy back in their favor here. As Mirable works his way into a hitter's count, 3-1. So, Lumberjacks looking to find their first man aboard this inning, and Mirable looking for the free one there, but it's called back to the box on the low outside corner strike. Well located fastball by Elite, 3-2. And comes low and inside. That call going Mirable's way. And he'll be aboard with 2 outs. Brings to the plate third baseman, Evan Schickler, takes up and away for ball one. And we'll see with 2 outs if Mirable looks to get into scoring position, put a little bit of pressure. It's tough because limited base running opportunities for the Lumberjacks, but also need to start moving guys around. Schickler swinging through that fastball, evening the count at 1. Down and away, 2-1. Lumberjacks displaying some better plate discipline these last few at-bats. And Schickler finds himself in a hitter's count, looking to do some damage. That ball missing. Well, thought it missed outside, just given the fact that he had it called that strike 3 to Mirable. But perhaps the different angle with the right-hander at the plate. That ball cuts just off the corner, 2-2. Coach Pembroke giving some signs over to Nick at first. We'll see if he decides to go, and he does. And fouled off, unable to squeeze it, though, is the catcher. So new life here for Schickler. Catcher arguing that he dropped it in transition, but clearly dropped, so. Okay, that's officially pushing. Because that was not a transition drop. Everyone saw that. 2-2. Even I'm starting to get a little flustered. Mirable goes again, and a rocket by Schickler. That'll get to third, and good hustle there. No chance. Tough play there. One hopper rocketed off the bat. Results in an infield base hit for Evan Schickler. Ball kept in front, so Nick will be held at second. And Aiden Sorrentino steps to the plate with 2 outs and 2 on. Big cut there, first pitch swinging. Fastball down the middle, 0-1. And gets another fastball. Challenged into the zone and tipped into the glove, 0-2. Spiked, but excellent defensive play there. Holding the runners at first and second on a ball that could have got to the backstop. So Sorrentino still in a defensive spot at the plate. Chokes up a bit. Shorten up his approach. Mirable will be running on contact. And that ball's driven really well to right field. That one will get to the wall. So that should score 2. Sorrentino rounding second, on his way to third. The cutoff and the throw. Head first slide in there safely. Massive offensive opportunity for the Lumberjacks converted. Aiden Sorrentino just quick hands to that low inside fastball, drives it well to right. Lumberjacks cut the deficit to 3 here with the young Joe Fallon up to the plate with 2 away. So we knew there'd be runs scored today. And they're coming early. Fallon fouls that ball straight back, 0-1. So pitch to hit there, takes a good swing and good aggression by the young left-hander. So showing some confidence at the plate is Joe Fallon. Just under that fastball. And gets the fastball elevated. A little bit behind it. 0-2. And Fallon, tough hop for short, but sticks with it, makes a good throw, retires the side, but not before the Lumberjacks are able to get 2 back on the Sorrentino triple to the wall. And bit of a new ball game, folks. Down by 3, we bring in J.J. Roberts out of the pen. So that'll be it for Tyler Azaria. And J.J. Roberts, who made his Lumberjacks debut just a few days ago, showcased quite a bit of potential. Didn't get to see much as he had a quick inning, 2 free bases, and then pop out and a line out double play. So only threw a few pitches the other day. He'll be back ready for action now. And the right-hander, compact windup, showcasing a new look for a Leaf. Definitely a little bit more velocity. And he'll get ready to face Team Elite first time through the order for him. So our top 3, IS Elite, 5 East Coast Lumberjacks, 2 here at Terry's Park Sports Complex. J.J. Roberts returning to the mound for the Lumberjacks, missing high there. Both teams with 2 hits through 2 innings. The difference being Lumberjacks with 3 errors and Team Elite with 1. So ball 4 there, and a mound visit already, as I think JJ wanted that call. So another free base for Elite. Lumberjacks will need to start limiting those. JJ looking to get inside on this left-hander and roll a double play. Pickoff attempts in there safely. Team Elite finds their way into scoring position yet again early in this top of the 3rd inning. So running extremely aggressively. Jackson able to find a way to plug that hole. Strikeout here would be absolutely massive at that fastball. Just a bit outside 2-1. Excellent slider there on the 1-2 pitch. JJ Roberts getting his first on the strikeout. Going right at the left-hander, down and in. And to get a guy from the left side trying to swing at that pitch, almost impossible to even make contact. So great job by JJ there. This ball driven deep left field, and the diving effort by Mirable, unable to come up with it. So a stand-up double and a run scored for Elite. Extends the lead to 6-2. And this one hooking towards Rosner right. Great read off the bat. That one looks like it might drop into no man's land, but he got an excellent jump. Tracked it down beautifully, and sliding catch made by Harris. 2 away. So 2 outs now, 6-2 game, and Pickoff gets the aggressive Elite team running now, and that'll be 3. So finally, the over-aggression on IS Elite side bites them just a bit. The check by JJ resulting in a free 3rd out, bringing the Lumberjacks back to the dugout here for the bottom of the 3rd inning. 6-2 through top 3 as we head into the bottom of the 3rd inning. Led off by the second leadoff man. Come on, Harry. Followed by the lefty. Dynamic triple of Schmutz, Frankie's, and Hubert. 6-2, bottom three. And so for those listening, in between innings, just to give you a little history on the ballpark we're at, it is a pretty cool place. So we're at Terry Park Ball Field in Fort Myers. And this place was built in the 1920s on a cow pasture donated to the Philadelphia Athletics at the time. And was spring training home for the early hardball days through the 40s before it actually was burned in a fire. It was just built by the local Terry family as a gift to Philadelphia. So they rebuilt the stadium in the 40s, this time out of concrete and brick, but kept that historic feel to it. And it's been here ever since. Served as a spring training home for Philadelphia A's, the Indians, Pittsburgh Pirates, and the Kansas City Royals. It's in its original condition since '55 when they redid it for spring training. And people who've set foot on this field include the likes of Ty Cobb, Babe Ruth, Roberto Clemente, Jimmy Fox, Bob Fellett. So a really cool place for the boys to have a chance to play. A lot of history at this park, and how things have changed from the days of hot dogs and whiskey in the dugout to trackmans at high school baseball games and spin rate. But we're playing the same sport. And Airy drives the ball to right center. He's been hitting the ball really well as of late and had another good piece, but finds a glove in the outfield for the first out. Jacob Schmutz now stepping to the plate here. Bottom of the third, looking to get something started for the Jacks, and one of those things you kind of need that approach of belly up defensively, put some zeros on the board, and chip away. 2 runs here, 2 runs there. As the Jacks did last inning, finding a way with 2 outs to push 2 across. Top of the order up now, so second time through against this right-hander. Opportunity now, having seen him before, to get on base and put some pressure on this defense. That slider in there for a second strike. And Schmutz behind 0-2 now against the right-hander. And the rare strikeout by Jacob Schmutz. That fastball up and away, 2 outs. Another mound visit here for Elite. See what they're looking to do here. And they'll be going to the bullpen. That'll be it for today's starter. I guess we're doing hugs all around. And with 2 outs following the strikeout, Elite going to the pen, so perhaps looking to keep the pitch count down on that right-hander. Denny Franchi's now with 2 away. Getting the first look at the new right-hander. A little extra velocity here from the last man. Takes away 1-0. And fouls that one straight back, 1-1. So, the Leafs pitching staff today gifted the 5-0 early lead and has done a good job so far of commanding the zone with strikes, forcing the Jacks to swing, and Jacks have shown their swinging potential even in this game. Sorrentino driving the ball to the wall. Frankie's some loud outs today. It's the defensive difference thus far. As Benny, with 2 strikes, battles his way back into an even count now. A 3-1 count, excuse me. Umpire's signaling is a little bit difficult to pick up on. And now a dispute on the count. I thought it was an even count, to be honest with you. Striking a foul ball, but umpire is convinced it's 3-1, and I feel like his signaling is a little bit ambiguous at times, so I thought he had signaled strike as well. But the count 3-1, Lumberjacks advantage. I'm not going to complain about that. And this one missing outside, ball 4. So some frustration here from Team Elite. And there's definitely an emotional team. They've shown positives of that so far today. But the reason you play 7 and not 1 innings is because baseball is about momentum swings and then things level out throughout the course of the game. So remaining level is ultimately behooves the better team. That's why you play a 7-game set in the playoffs, not one. And with the emotions starting to run away just a bit here with 2 outs for Lee, we'll see if this right-hander can put it together and challenge Hubert with a strike. So far, Hubert ahead of the count. Frankie's at first. And Cole drives the ball well to left. And another loud out for the Lumberjacks. So good pieces today for the Jacks. Swinging the bat well. But finding guys out there. And Team Elite. Gets back to the dugout limiting controversy. So good at bat by Frankie's to find his way aboard. And an excellent piece by Cole. To no avail. Bringing J.J. Roberts back out to the mound for the top of the fourth. 6-2 Elite. 3-3. So J.J. Roberts here facing the top of the order. Be their first time seeing the right-hander. Takes the slider down for ball 1. Fastball in there for strike 1, J.J. Doing a good job so far commanding the zone. Showcasing a few good pitches. And that breaking ball catches a bit too much plate. Gets his ground ball, but finds its way through. 1 out. 1 on, excuse me. 1 on, nobody out for the big left-hander. And picked off, second of the game for J.J. Roberts. Well-timed pickoff, getting him in between the hop steps. And perhaps that'll start to slow down the aggression on the lead side, as that is now 2 consecutive pickoffs for base runners by J.J. Roberts. 1 out now, bases cleared. Great awareness by JJ, and I hope they keep this kid around. He's got good stuff, good poise, tight mechanics, flashes a couple good pitches for strikes. Tight zone today, 1-1, but a good miss there. And it's showing a solid awareness of what's going on around him. 2 pickoffs, that slider missing down and in, 2-1. Be really big to have an arm like JJ heading back up north, extending their bullpen depth. little fiery walk around there on the foul ball by JJ. Now has 2 strikes. He's got that dog in him. Tell. Definitely the type of guy who's pitching on adrenaline, but is able to compose it really well. And this is freaking awesome. So ball came in play. There was time called. JJ was ready to go, and he didn't take his eyes off the batter. Stood still for a solid minute. You could just tell he's juiced. But the count gets full. He needs to put him away here. See what he can do. Go right at him with a fastball. He does. Chopper. And gets his weak ground ball, but just kind of finds that hole between Hubert and Sharingal, and 2 weak base hits to start off the inning for Elite, but both getting through. Good things happen with contact. And so Roberts finds himself with the man on and 1 out. Breaking ball by JJ, missing high. And this Elite squad playing with a lot of energy, a lot of emotion. And I think it's cool to try and counteract that with JJ, who's kind of got that more old school bulldog dynamic to him. Sometimes it's what you need to put out a fiery team. It's some ice and a deep fly ball there, and Amon Airy ranging in center field, showing off the athleticism. Judges that ball off the bat really well. It's a tough read. Fading away, righty. Good communication by him and Rosner out there, and shows off the cannon. Getting that ball back in quickly, 2 away. So Aries played his way into an everyday player for nothing else defensively for his efforts in center field. That's another pickoff attempt there by JJ. But his bat's really been coming around as well. So that ball missing away. JJ behind early. Fastball, hard fastball in the corner, 1-1. And you can tell the man at first really wants to try and take the free base, but JJ holding them close well. With a little extra velocity and quicker to the plate. Elite a little bit more reluctant to push their luck. And that ball, good miss, but off and down, 2-1. Fastball inside corner, 2-2. And not really sure what the strategy was there. 2-2, JJ mixing up his delivery, but it's like he forgot there's a runner on base, so you can't really pull that. Kind of more like Nestor Cortez style stuff. I mean, unless you're that confident you're going to get the out, but could have had an opportunity for that runner to score first because of how slow that delivery was. So let's see if he makes that adjustment there. Goes back to the standard delivery. This one driven well to center. Amon Airy. Oh my goodness. The defensive efforts in center continue. I thought that one was down for a sure double. And Airy keeping it. in play there. Excellent diving efforts and two amazing catches for him on that inning. Gets the Jacks back in, 0 on the board. So the Jacks throw their first 0 up since the first inning. And down by 4 here in the bottom of the fourth, still well in this game. Facing a new arm, middle of the order. 6-2 through the top of the fourth. So Alex Sharingville steps to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth inning for the Lumberjacks. Looking to cut into this 4-run deficit here as we enter the back half of this game. Takes the inside corner strike. And goes away with that fastball 1-1. And gets a little over aggressive there. That fastball above the letters. Swinging through it, and he's in a 1-2 count. And checks his swing there up and in. And a good take 2-2. 4 consecutive fastballs here for the right-handed reliever from Ali. We'll see if he goes to the breaking stuff here, and we'll see if Alex can make the adjustment. Does indeed, and has a big tell. Really slowed down his delivery on that curveball, so that'll be something for the Jacks to look out for. Takes away that surprise element. Should be easier to sit back on that breaking ball if they're able to remain disciplined at the plate. And it was very clear when he went to the fastball there. So showing a tell on that breaking ball, and Alex able to recognize it, track that ball in all the way with 2 strikes and work his way on to first with a leadoff walk. That brings to the plate Harris Rosner now. With 1 on and no one away. Harris been swinging an excellent bat. Takes that fastball down in the dirt, but a good pick by the catcher there to hold Sharingville at first. 1-0. the line will be cut off by the left fielder, so the runners hold at first and second, but runners at first and second now, nobody away for Nicholas Mirable, who was in the three hole for much of the year, moved down recently and responded well with the triple yesterday. Looking to reestablish himself as a force in this Lumberjacks offense. In a big spot here, Lumberjacks down by 4, 2 on, no one out with the new arm for Elite. Takes the fastball away. But again, I'm just having trouble telling if the umpire's calling that a strike because there's no way. He hasn't called that a strike all game. It wasn't a strike. I've seen him throw his hand up like that. But I just don't know for sure. So, see if he gives us a count 1-1. So, indeed, did call that a strike. So, Nick in a 1-1 count here, seeing 2 fastballs. Big gap there in right center for Nick to work with. Gets a fastball up 2-1. And time called by Elite, but they've been spending a lot of time out there on the mounds with these meetings. At some point, you got to cut this off. So a 2-1 count to Nick. We've seen about 85% or so fastballs from this Elite reliever. And when he throws a breaking ball, it's fairly obvious. Goes inside with the fastball and gets the call. Nick not happy with it, but 2-2. So I'm going to need Nick to belly up here and get a ball in play. He's got excellent speed, so it'll be tough to double up. But cuts through that pitch. Strike 3, and Elite gets a strikeout in a big spot. 1 away. Brings up Evan Schickler now with 1 out and 2 on. Big cut of that fastball swung through 0-1. So some defensive adjustments. They're looking to play off the velocity of this reliever. Center fielder shifting to right. And that pitch down and away, swung through 1 and 2. So Jack's bats need to make an adjustment here. They're really only seeing fastballs cutting through them. This one driven to center, ranging. And ball delivered in quickly, so 2 away, runners hold. And the Jacks who were in excellent offensive position just a moment ago, now find themselves with 2 outs and 2 on. But they have the man they want at the plate in Aiden Sorrentino, who was responsible for the 2 RBI double with 2 outs his last time up. Takes a fastball for a strike at the knees, 0-1. Tom's making an adjustment here for the Jackson. Fastball after fastball. And that pitch down and in 1-1. Looking to go inside on the left-hander. Last time they did that, the quick hands showed, and he drove that ball to the wall and right. So has the ability to get around quickly on that pitch. Big cut there. Fouled out of play, 1-2. And Aiden Sorrentino with 2 strikes in a massive spot. Needs to push a run across for the Jacks here. Bottom of the 4th. A little over an hour and a half into this ball game. So given the Jacks are home, they should be able to hit through 6. But a run here would be massive. And that ball. No, Joe, don't touch it. So that ball bouncing away, getting to the backstop. They're arguing that Fallon, who is mistaken that the ball was dead, touched it. But I don't think he did. I think he went to touch it and didn't. But he definitely did reach for it. It doesn't really change much. The runners are usually red, so just looking for a lot of free, cheap movements. And gave him the benefit of the doubt early with that hidden ball trick, but definitely getting a little push at this point. Just multiple opportunities here. Hey, let's go. This is getting ridiculous. Play the game, dude. Like, that ball got to the backstop. Of course they're going to advance. Like, play the game. It's ridiculous. So second and third, 2 outs. Sorrentino with 2 strikes. It's time for the Jacks to punish this. And the frustration pitch there. Spike, 3-2. Big spot for Sorrentino now, 2 in scoring position and 2 away. Base hit scores 2. And he ropes one down the right field line. That one hooking just back. And a lot of emotions flying at this game. Sorrentino tearing into that ball down the line, just foul. Another opportunity here for Sorrentino with 2 away. Full count. Great for that off speed, missing. Sorrentino earning a walk on an excellent at bat, bringing up the young left-handed hitter, Joe Fallon. massive spot here for the Lumberjacks now with 2 away. Pitcher working out the windup should give the Jacks an opportunity to get an extended second there. He throws a fastball right down the middle for strike 1. So infield back, not holding any runners on. See how far so. Oh my goodness, what are you? And a back pick, the team elite calling for it. As Alex Sharingle is back picked at third base with 2 outs. And it's been a bane all summer for the Jacks, just making bad outs on the base paths at third base. And the difference in this game, hidden ball trick and a back pick, slow momentum, it's just crazy. Scoring on anything. It's 2 outs, they're up by 4. They don't care about you except for taking the free out, and they get it. So frustrating play for the Lumberjacks there. Had an opportunity to bring themselves back in the game. Pitcher struggling to command the zone. But one of those games where the mental lapses are just absolutely crushing the Lumberjacks. Score 6-2 through 4 now. J.J. Roberts returning to the mound. First pitch swinging, rips to left. That'll get over Morales' head. Doesn't get a great jump on it, and it will get to the wall, lead off double. So Team Elite putting a great swing on that fastball first pitch and driving it to the wall. And a bunt's fouled straight back, 0-1. Looking to bunt again, this time slash. and a slash. I haven't seen a slash all summer, an RBI base hit. Gets the infield moving around and then able to poke a line drive to right field. Extends the lead now 7-2. And that ball gets to the backstop. Seven-2 lead now. Man on second. Nobody away. And that ball is going to find a hole, but hooks foul. And Airy will not be able to get to this one. Base hit now again for a lead, so first and third, nobody out. 3 consecutive hits to start off the top of the fifth here. Jacks at the infield in now, needing to prevent further runs from crossing. Swing and a miss there. And this one driven to shallow right. Rosner on the run, making the play. And an opportunity for a play at the plate. And a close play on the tag. Sliding under the tag, 8-2. As Coach Dan Pembroke calls time, 8-2, 1 out, man on third. Jack's probably looking to go to the bullpen here. And that'll be it for J.J. Roberts. Bringing David Youngwood to the mound now. With 1 on, 1 away in an 8-2 ball game. So Roberts responsible for the man at third. And that inside pitch fouled away. Cole Hubert looking to make a play on the run, but another infield pop-up off the mitt. Oh, and 1. And that ball breaking on the inside corner, getting ahead 0-2 due to the catcher for Team Elite. And the infield positioning results in a base hit as that ground ball finding the large hole between short and third for an RBI single. Lead extended now to 9-2. Team Elite continuing to just pile things on late here. Jacks have had their opportunities today. This game has come down to defense and mental lapses. Still an excellent showing thus far here in Fort Myers, despite the result of today's game, whichever way that may go. They'll have a big one tomorrow against Canes, Florida, for an opportunity to go 4-1 in pool play. Assuming that this game's results indeed hold. And ball 4 bounces away, so that'll put runners at the corners. with 1 out for Pookie. Up and in, ball 1. Squares around. This one to the backstop should score a run. And they'll look to get from first to third, and they will. And the errant throw scores 2. So a ball to the backstop has a runner go from first to home. The frustrations for the Jacks continue. And regardless what you have to say about the non-traditional style of Team Elite's play, the one thing you have to give them credit for is they have hustled around the base paths all game fairly relentlessly. And ball 4 there. – 11-2 game now. Breaking ball on the outside corner gets a strike. And again at the knees for strike 2. And just missing away. 2-2 count now. And ball just down, full count. Good pitch by Youngwood, but unable to get the call. This one should be more than playable for Mirable, but gets a tough read off the bat. Finds it in the air, and 2 away now. And a mound visit here with 2 outs by Coach Pembroke, this time Ryan. Certainly frustrated with the defensive efforts today. And that ball to the backstop gets advances the runner to third. So 2 outs, man on third. Now in an 11-2 ball game. Youngwood working hard to get his last here. 3-1 count now. Oh, and drilled up the middle. That one smokes Youngwood. He's down. But I think I heard it get a little leather. I hope it got a little leather. That'll be timeout all around. People make sure he's okay. He's having trouble. Oh my gosh, that's scary, folks. Just a really unfortunate. Wow. So David is down. He is moving around. He's got some water. And they'll be getting a medic out there. So we'll bring you more details as we hear more. David appears to be moving around, drinking water, but still on the ground. Being hit with that high drive, so praying for the best here. It's been a tough day for Lumberjacks. David looks like he's appearing tough though. Still getting him off the mound. Appears to be leg, right leg, but hanging tough. And thinking about David, hoping he's okay. Class showing by Team Elite there. Appreciate that out of them. And Jordan Daly will be the quick call to the bullpen for the Jacks in the situation here with 2 away. So Jordan Daly on the mound now. Fastball, first pitch, strike one. Lefty lefty now. Check swing, did he go? Called around 0-2. And Daly comes set, delivers, breaking ball, called strike three. That'll put the Jacks back in the dugout with a final opportunity here to attempt and crawl back. 10-run deficit, 12-2, bottom five. And the Burn take the field for the bottom of the last inning here. Thoughts with David, who with assistance was able to get off the field. And Joe Fallon will lead things off for the Lumberjacks here in the bottom of the fifth in what will be the bottom of the last inning. Fastball inside corner, taken for strike one. And cutaway fouled 0-2. And that off speed missing up, so 1-2 to Fallon now. Staying alive there. Fastball straight back, 1-2. And breaking ball taken down, 2-2 count to Fallon now. And breaking ball taken down, 2-2. Who battles his way back to full. So Joe looking to get things started for the Jacks in the bottom of the fifth, get a leadoff guy on and start some momentum. And he works his way on with a leadoff walk. So Joe Fallon getting things going for the Jacks. With Amon Harry coming to the plate, has had an excellent day defensively in center field, a couple hard hit balls. Team elite. Perhaps making a change here. Or just a quick mound visit, seems like. Looking to give third reliever a little bit of time to get going. But they'll stick with their man. And score is still 12-2, man on first. Nobody away. Lumberjacks, last opportunity at the plate. Amon Harry at righty opportunity. Takes a fastball inside, 1-0. Fastball called strike 1-1-1. And check swing, this one fouled back, so 1-2 count to Airy now. Looking to keep things alive for the Lumberjacks here late into this game. And late call, strike 3, fastball outside corner gets Airy looking. So 1 LA, top of the order here. Jacob Schmutz getting another opportunity now. 1 out. Fastball outside corner, strike 1. And starting to see the zone expand a bit here towards the end of the game. That fastball catching the outside part of the plate. Maybe a ball's off. 0-2. So Schmutz in a defensive spot here. Puts a good piece on that ball, driven straight to center, but right out of man, 2 away. And the Lumberjacks are down to what'll be their final out. Benny Franchi's now stepping to the plate. Takes a fastball for strike 1 on the outside corner. And that breaking ball catching the inside part of the plate now, moving around nicely. 0-2. Lumberjacks down to their final strike here with Franchi's at the plate and 1 on. And stays alive. Low outside fastball driven out of play. Franchi's in a 1-2 count. Looking to extend the Lumberjacks' potential here. Takes down and in, 1-2. Breaking ball chopped to second. That should do it. And it will. Ball game, 12-2 Elite. Tough day for the Lumberjacks. Thoughts, though, right now with David Youngwood. Helped off the mound. And the Jacks dropped their first down here in Fort Myers. So 3-1 on the tournament. Big game tomorrow against Canes, Florida. Still potential position to win the pool. And after an excellent first 3 games, the best momentum the Jacks have faced all summer, put to a halt today by Team Elite. But they'll be back tomorrow, same time, and we'll be back covering it. So join us tomorrow, 10:15, for more Lumberjacks baseball, Game 5 of pool play here in Fort Myers at the Perfect Game BCS Championship, Florida. Thank you all for joining. We'll be back with more Lumberjacks baseball tomorrow morning.